welcome to Beyond the Blind, where we'll talk about everything from hunting tips and techniques to wild stories that only come from time spent outdoors. So grab your gear, tune in, and get ready for the podcast that takes you beyond the blind. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Blind. This is your host Pat with his beautiful co-host Kelly and our little mascot,
Dixie, the Llewellyn setter.
Yep.
The Llewellyn setter.
So, do we have an update for you guys? Because this has been just a crazy week for us, and
It's been a cluster of a week. Not a crazy week, a cluster of a week.
Because if you listen to the last episode, you'll know that Kelly hit a deer with her truck, and
Jolene
got hit by a deer. And so we were on our way. See, that was Saturday. Sunday, I was on my way to Texas. We had to leave the house about 3:30.
We left the house at 4 a.m. to drive you to your boss's house, and the truck wasn't there. And I thought, oh, thank God. The tow truck picked it up.
Well, Monday morning, I get a call from the repair shop, and they said, "Hey, Mr. Fry, just wanted to, check and see if you had any idea of when the vehicle might get here." And I thought, okay, well, y'all are closed on Sunday, so maybe the tow truck company's bringing it this morning. Well, get a call from the tow truck company about 5-10 minutes after that. "Hey, do y'all still need a tow?" What?
What did you say?
So you don't have my vehicle? No, they do not have my vehicle. So then I go into panic mode. I called everybody.
Everybody.
Every major tow truck company in the greater Birmingham area, as a matter of fact, and called a buddy of mine with the state troopers to see if maybe they had it towed, because it was on the median right next to a guardrail, not an ideal place for a vehicle to be. Nope, they did not have it towed. Called Hoover Police Department where the incident occurred. Nope, they did not have it towed either. So, it is officially stolen, which is, I've never had a vehicle stolen. This is craziness to me.
I've had stuff stolen out of my vehicle, like in high school. And, yeah, been in car accidents.
Yeah.
But
never one stolen off the side of the road that really was undrivable. I mean, even the officer that did the initial report called me to follow up, and I explained to him what had happened, and he goes, "How?"
Mechanically, it was drivable. But safety-wise, that front driver tire...
Well, the front fender was driven into the front tire. I mean...
But I think if you're not concerned, because it's free for you...
Right.
Then you don't care.
Well, I'm still on the hopes that they find it in a lot somewhere. I mean, really, because I don't want to go through and buy another vehicle. So that's been our craziness that we've been having to deal with. I think I've spent probably 4 hours in total with insurance and law enforcement on the phone,
and I just don't have the coping skills to deal with it.
Right. So
bless my heart.
But the only upside is that we were able to bring home the new mascot.
And we are on the Tiki Talkie Live right now, and she is on live
on TikTok Live,
saying hi to everybody.
Well, and we are still working on building our TikTok.
Yeah, we're on my personal one.
Yeah, I don't have any good videos yet, but we're in the process. We've got some stuff in the works, and we'll be posting up some more stuff on TikTok and Instagram and Facebooks and YouTube. If you haven't checked, we did upload the last episode to YouTube, not just as a podcast, but as the video as well. So please go check us out there, follow and like. Let's try and build this thing up. If y'all if you like us enough, then maybe we can make a big go of this. So we appreciate y'all listening in and everything y'all are doing for us this far. But let's talk about hunting season. And, you know, we have some really good friends that were able to kill stuff this year. Unfortunately, we were not.
That's not true. That's not true. I for sure killed whatever I hit. Yeah, give me a minute.
Yeah,
She's good.
she fine. I mean, you for sure did
I
kill
killed it.
one.
I don't know where it is.
Mine was injured. I don't know where it went, but didn't get hit hard enough to kill mine. But I mean, first year not deer hunting really. It's kind of sad. I'm kind of depressed about it. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yep. But we've had friends. The Danielle.
Yep, she killed a monster.
She and her husband own Danco Deer Processing, and they were going to come on tonight, but they weren't able to. But she's on the live with me, and she got the one she's been watching.
Yeah. Well, in deer season, let me clarify something. Deer season isn't over yet.
Tomorrow.
But it's
There's
not like we're going
still
to
time for me to hit another one.
Right. Let's not do it in the rental, though.
No.
But next year, we will definitely be somewhere, more than likely in just a club.
Deer season's wrapping up.
Turkey season's rolling in.
We got about a month.
Yep. And so I did talk to Tony Reynolds. I haven't been able to follow back up with him just because it's been the weekend, and right now he's super big because he's making calls right now. But he is going to do your ADC.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to offer it to women, but to members and non-members. But tell more about.
Yeah, so Tony Reynolds, I've known him for probably 15 years. Fantastic guy. Owns Tony Reynolds Custom Game Calls. They're out of, I do believe, South Carolina. But he makes some of the best calls out there, in my opinion.
To be honest, never called a turkey.
Well, you're going to get a good lesson.
I've been turkey hunting.
Yeah, because you never wanted to go.
Well, yep.
But this year, I mean, I think I have a place where we can go and shoot some turkeys this year. If all else fails, we'll go to the management area where I know some birds are, and we can go kill them there. But we do have some really good friends, Daryl Crawford and Amy. They have invited us to come down to their property and turkey hunt and deer hunt next year as well. So it'll be fun. They got some big deer on their property too. Amy killed a really good deer last week, I think it was, or the week before. So, and the birds that they pull off that property are just huge.
Good.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get Cody and Danielle on here to talk about their deer season. Because I know they've been very, very busy this year.
Yeah, I talked to Danielle tonight, and I mean, the weather has changed, so
yeah,
their drop-offs have declined a little bit this week, and Danielle's on live right now with me. If she's paying attention and not cutting deer, she can correct me, but they have stayed busy, and they've got a ton to cut, but the weather change in Alabama has been...
Yeah, when it goes from 20 degrees to 80 degrees, things tend to quit moving a little bit, especially around here. But, that's just part of it. And it's the end of season, so they'll be able to get caught up here soon.
Yep.
But I think the turkey season for us is going to be really good, though. I think we're going to do really well this turkey season.
I'm excited, and I'm excited to work with...
Oh, Tony Reynolds. Yeah.
Yes. So tell more about who he is. And
so Tony's been making custom game calls for, God, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years maybe. I mean, he is he's an artist at what he does. Um, I've got, I think I've got 5 or 6 of his calls.
I have none,
Right.
sir.
Well, you hadn't been turkey hunting, so now that you've been turkey hunting, we'll have to change that and get you some calls. And we've got the gun for it. We've got, well, the guns for them. And then we've got everything else we need. We just need to get out in the woods and do it. So it'll be good because it's a different type of hunting. It's not like duck hunting. It's not like deer hunting. It's just its own thing. It's its own rush, really.
Do I have to be quieter?
Yeah.
Do I have to be more still?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're out in the open.
Uh-oh.
I know. So, yeah, it's not one we can take Chase with us.
I'm willing to try anything once.
I think you'll be hooked after your first time, though.
We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah. It's an experience. I think that, Michael and Dad and Charles used to turkey hunt a lot. And I'll have to get the story from Michael. It was either Michael or Charles got shot by a random hunter with Dad in the woods. I think they were teenagers. And they were all hunting together, and somebody else heard them calling and just shot blindly.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
I know not to do that.
I'll have to get the whole story from them, but it didn't end well for the other guy.
I don't want to know details. Don't incriminate anybody.
No, I'm not incriminating anybody, but I think somebody might have toted a butt whooping. So.
I bet.
Rightfully so. You don't
Yeah.
shoot blindly.
No, you don't.
Heaven forbid if that were.
And not at your daddy's kids either.
Right. Heaven forbid that were one of mine. But, just like everything, deer hunting or duck hunting, you've always got to know what you're aiming at, what you're shooting at. You got to be safe.
Do I have to wear blaze orange?
No. No blaze orange.
Oh, blaze pink.
No blaze anything. It's all camo. Turkeys have very good eyesight, so they will see. So we're going to paint your face up or wear a mask.
Can I wear my blaze orange lipstick?
No.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
This is really cutting into why I like deer season. In my shooting house.
Right.
Quiet and alone.
Well, I mean.
It's just different.
It is different.
I'll learn. It's fun.
But I think that I think it's going to be good. Especially, Ryder's going to do it. And unfortunately, we missed the youth veteran
hunt yesterday.
Yesterday, because we had to take you to work.
Yes.
Because your vehicle's gone.
Yeah.
So I was hoping maybe to hit an afternoon hunt, but it would have been too much with Jace.
Yeah.
Would have been too much. So.
But I hope that I hope other people took advantage of the veteran youth hunt, and their, because it's not. So I know some states will separate them, the veteran hunts and the youth hunts, and that would have given you, possibly another opportunity, but Alabama just doesn't. Ours is on the same day.
Right.
But.
And it is what it is. It's good though.
Yeah.
Having it combined. And I know why they do that, just so they don't have to have more guys out in the woods,
Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to turkey season, just to experience it for the first time. I know there's a couple girls in the Alabama State chapter who haven't as well, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting this virtual workshop with Mr. Reynolds put together, and so that he can just go through the basics about turkey hunting and why. Well, we can't wear blaze pink in Alabama anyway, but you know, little details that we don't necessarily know because, well, I'm not an expert, but my experience is in a shooting house
Right.
for deer. And so offering that to not just our members, but to non-members as well,
Yeah.
because it's an area of opportunity. It's another season and another opportunity to get outdoors and stock the freezer.
Yeah. Well, and that, that's the other thing too, stocking the freezer. We unfortunately are not going to be able to go to Gandy Creek
Yeah.
because I talked to him today and I explained everything. He said, "Well, it's kind of a relief because y'all are going to be like my last hunt, but I rolled my ankle and I think he ended up breaking it. So he would have had to hire a guide, hire one of his buddies to come and do the hunt with us, and that kind of defeated the purpose for me because I really wanted to hunt with Bradley.
And that I was very excited, and for me to be able to get out, but also to see his place.
Mm-hmm.
But with the truck, had it just been the wreck,
yeah, it's a whole.
It would have been story. Fine. But when I'm still processing everything, like I do feel almost violated. Like,
yeah,
while we got everything out, and I'm so thankful for that, it still was. That was my first truck. I felt safe. She protected me, and she really did protect me with that deer. Because if I had been in that deer would have come up through the windshield.
Yeah.
And, if it came in hooves first, I would have gotten hit. Glass regardless. Antlers maybe. I don't. But I'm just at a loss of and I just keep telling myself, well, obviously this person needed my truck more than I did, or my truck battery. And it's not, she didn't even have 4 tires right now. Like, I had my full-size spare on my front passenger tire because a curb had jumped out.
Right.
And, I mean, this truck, though, it was just one thing after another.
One thing after another. But that's what's so bad is, it was running right. Everything was right.
But that was, we had all that disappointment and then not being able to go to Gandy Creek, and
right.
It was just another disappointment. And but there's a reason for everything, and I don't know, maybe there's a reason for everything. So we're just moving onwards and upwards and looking forward to turkey season and looking forward to hooking up hopefully for this virtual workshop with Tony Reynolds and trying to get more women
involved.
Yeah, into the out.
Yeah.
What is that from Home? I come into the out now. I want more women who want to be involved, to have a safe space to learn about things without feeling like they're being judged or intimidated, because it can be in a area that is so male heavy in presence. It can be very intimidating to even just start. Even if you've got experience in other places for hunting, to get out and especially if your husband doesn't hunt, but I'm used to deer hunting, I've got a place, I don't know what to do with turkeys, right, or dove, or uplanding.
Well, and see, that's why I like the crew that I had at my previous employer, because we did take that in consideration. Anybody who is new into the industry, male or female, youth or adult, I mean, it didn't matter. Nobody there judged you as far as your ability, because we wanted you to stay in it. We wanted y'all to have a good experience. We wanted you to have the best equipment to go and kill that turkey or deer, or if you just wanted to go and shoot long range, or personal protection. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a big thing. We
That's
all,
that's what got I wanted coming back, especially, you know, in California things are so different, but you were gone for long periods of time. And when it's me and mine, I want to know that I can protect what's mine. And you might send me on a soft launch to praise God for eternity, but I'm gonna take you with me.
that's right.
Like not not any malicious intent, but I wanted to be able to know that I could protect myself and I could protect my children. And for women, it can be especially if you didn't even grow up around it. It can be very intimidating to know where to look to start, whether it's for personal protection or if you're looking to provide for your family, or if your husband's into it, or your partner, or your wife, and you as a female feel like the novice that you probably are if you don't have experience, not knowing where to look, but not or feeling comfortable going to your partner because you don't want to look. I mean, I didn't want to look dumb, and yet
You don't ever have to look that way or think that way with me, because I'm not gonna
spit out
judge
the
you.
words.
I'm not gonna judge you one way or another because
Right.
I know that
Well,
you've never done it.
but as a novice, it can be.
Right.
You can tell me that all day long, and I don't believe you because I'm being hard on myself, and women are hard on themselves anyway. So I'm really excited to have this virtual workshop to just offer the opportunity for women, members or not, but and he's not in Alabama, but to get the information to be able to go out and have a little bit more confidence, or the confidence to reach out. And Alabama has becoming an outdoors woman, reaching out to be like, you know what, I have the confidence now to go and to this 3-day weekend and learn.
Right.
Whereas before, and it seems silly, but it's not.
No, not at all. I think it's fantastic. I think more and more people should be able to go out and, one, just enjoy the woods, but two, go out there safely and know what you're doing. I mean, that's the big thing.
Yeah, I had a point on the live. Someone had mentioned too, if women ask, sometimes it can be interpreted as a pickup line, and sometimes that's not what we want. Sometimes we really just want to know, how do I turkey hunt? Sometimes a turkey hunt's just a turkey hunt, and not
a turkey.
Not a not that kind of gobbler. Boys are currently downstairs watching the big game.
The big game.
I came out of a room this morning, and this is off hunting, but I came out of our room this morning, and my 8-year-old is like watching the news. What are you doing? I'm getting ready for the big game, Mom. So, do you know who's even playing? He's like, yeah, the Eagles and the Chiefs. All right, man. Yeah.
Because we don't watch NFL in our house.
No, and we really didn't even watch college football this year. I mean, I love Florida State, and I'm always going to be a fan, but
NIL's ruined it for me.
Well, it's still a game, and it's still fun and exciting, but I just thought it was funny that, well, I'm getting ready for the big game.
Yeah. And then y'all all asked me to be your bookie. That was funny.
Oh, yeah. Ryder spit it out like some amount, I think $5, and I was like, $1 million.
And Jace was like, oh, I don't want to see the money.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I was just kidding. I'll make you dinner tonight.
But yeah, I think that trying to jump back on topic here, I think that the more and more y'all are able to get these seminars put out and more women involved. It's better for the industry. It's better. Honestly, it's better for mental health. That is my mental health. Like when I go to the woods, that's what restores me. Not just just going out there and seeing the wildlife, seeing if I can call them in. Getting to see what God's created. That to me is the biggest aspect of it. I don't even have to go out and kill something every time.
Well, that was the ADC we just had this past week, a deer debrief. And, it wasn't just one state or even one region within a state. It was national for our members. But just talking about, how do you deal with a quote-unquote failure of a season? Well, it's because success isn't measured by... Now, success is measured in inches. Like, size matters.
Yep.
But it's about the hunt, and it's about getting out, and sometimes just watching, watching a doe and a couple fawns, and being like, all right, my freezer's full. I'm just going to watch and experience. And a lot of times it's about listening to squirrels.
Yep, because they like to talk.
And trick you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they'll sound like a 200-pound buck all day long in the woods.
Uh-huh. And then, you close your eyes for 2 seconds to blink or rub your eyes, and then you just see that 10 points white tail flipping as it...
Yeah. So that's where we are with that.
Yeah. But I'm excited. And, if anyone's listening and you're on our Facebook or TikTok, what are the things?
Facebook,
TikTok.
Instagram.
There's an Instagram, All Beyond the Blind, if you search for us. But if there are any women who are interested in any of the public seminars that we're doing, send us a message. Or we have members across the entire U.S. If there are any women who are just interested in getting involved or the membership, send us a message, because membership is only $40 for the year, and that goes to our National Land Fund. And then you do not have to participate in anything, but you are able to get involved with the national group and see what's offered there. You're able to get involved, with Facebook for your state's chapter, if there is one on social media. And then if you do want to get involved, if you're not into hunting, that's fine. Our group, we've got some bow fishing trips planned that I'm super excited about, and we'll talk more about that later. I am hoping also to do like a beach cleanup one day, that we can go down, just girls, do some beach cleanup, and then get an Airbnb maybe, and then spend some time just with other women who are also interested in the same things. It's not, I think I just whistled, I'm sorry. But it's not just hunting, because I do understand that there are plenty of women who enjoy being outdoors, but don't enjoy the kill.
Right.
Or the killing aspect of it. But all that to say, we're very inclusive. We're not judgmental. We want everybody to be able to enjoy the outdoors the way they want to enjoy it. And Alabama is a brand new chapter. I think we're 4 months in.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we're still babies.
You've
and
got
we're
a lot
growing.
Of members so far.
Yeah. I mean, we're growing. But my goal is to be able to offer opportunities for people to learn more and experience more. And if they want to participate, then they can. So that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Well, y'all will be able to do, and like you said, it's not just hunting and outdoors. It's, fishing aspects of it. It's the conservation aspect of it, keeping streams clean and beaches clean and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Well, and even our national group is doing, I think this one is a members only, but a workshop for what to do with animal fat. And that I'm super excited about because I use tallow to cook with, to season my cast iron with, but I also do lotion bars.
And soap bars.
And then soap bars. But I would love a little more direction with the soap bars because, I mean, it's hard. If you have somebody who has experience and know-how and they can tell you instead of it's a trial and error process regardless. But...
Well, trying to find all that ingredients that you need too, because you'd think that you could go down to... You think you could go down to Walmart, or you think you
no,
could
you cannot buy lye.
You can't buy lye
Pure
anywhere.
lye anywhere. You can just buy drain cleaner.
Right.
And I don't need drain cleaner. I don't want people looking at me like that.
Right.
I just want lye, but I don't need enough to fill up a barrel for any reason. I just need enough to fill a stock pot.
Right.
And ain't nobody selling it. Michael's don't even sell it.
That's what's crazy, and they have a whole aisle for soap making, but they don't have anything
to make it with.
They just give you the pre-made stuff.
Yeah. I'm excited to be able, and again, I don't know if this one's a public one for non-members as well, but just to be able to learn how I can use tallow even more. I haven't had the opportunity to make deer tallow, but they're so
they're so lean that you're not going to get much out of it anyway.
And my connections here at a butcher shop are to get beef tallow.
Right.
And it's just cheaper and easier. But I'm assuming it works the same because it's a high burning or high temperature fat. So I'm just really excited.
Well, that's something we can talk to Cody about as well and see if he can save any of the excess fat that he's trimming off to give to us. I mean, just as a test run, just to try it.
Yeah. Just to see what I can do. But right now, we've got the remaining beef fat, and that's what I plan to use for this workshop. But that's what I'm just excited to be a part of this group. I don't know how I was elected president, but I'm excited, and I'm hoping I keep trying to push and utilize, even though they're my strings, they're indirect, but utilize your connections to further the education and knowledge so that women can be out there. We're the fastest growing population of new gun owners.
Yeah.
There's a market for us.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to help build confidence so that women can provide. And I mean, I do believe we do have separate roles, but there is something about being a woman. And like when Danielle sent me the picture of that deer heart, and to know that was my shot.
Yeah.
My husband did not line me up. My husband did not tell me where to point or to even point. I was alone.
Yeah,
and that was, I mean, and to be able to say too that regardless of what it was, what I've hit has dropped.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. But, at the same time, I feel like not just you being able to provide for yourself, but us being able to get into the woods together, I think it's brought us closer.
It has, but I will say, I think that it's important for couples to have common interests, but also to have time of separation.
Right.
This has provided both.
Yeah.
Because you and I can go out, but I don't have to sit next to you. You don't have to babysit me.
Right.
And when you first set me by myself, because you're still the one who knows, you're the one with the expertise. You know the area. You're the one with the cameras. I still am kind of a tag along. But the first time you put me out, perspective was a challenge.
All right.
But they dropped. But things have gotten better over time. And we're able to connect over the same thing, but we don't have to be right up on each other.
Right.
And that is, because while I know I used to be clingy and needy, and in some ways I still am, and you mentioned that in the last podcast with the dogs that I pick, and the stubbornness and neediness and separation anxiety. Like, I need what I need when I need it.
Right.
And when you don't know what I need when I need it, I get upset. But then when you think I need what I need when I don't need it, I get upset.
But you got to remember, we're guys, we're not mind readers.
Right. Well, get better. But
Trying.
this, this is something we've been able to connect over. And really, even though our life does not revolve solely around this, our kids are involved. And growing up, we mentioned this in the first episode, I grew up around it.
Yeah.
It was not guns, hunting were not for girls. Fishing, I went with my grandfather, but even that, it was just the Walmart knockoff Zebco with the Disney princess. And that was fine. But I think I've kind of shocked my mother. Lord rest her soul. She ain't dead yet, but
Yeah, I think you shocked her.
for them, growing up in a gated neighborhood with a golf course, though we didn't golf, and while we're in a neighborhood now, but for me to be the one where camo is in my staples, as far as clothing and fashion, for me to carry on the daily and to be safe and effective.
A little bit of both.
Yeah. I think was kind of a shock, and is kind of a shock, but I take pride in it because I can protect what's mine, and it is, I can fill my freezer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you've done very well the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. And sometimes it's a kebab.
Is it just one kebab?
No. There were at least 8 kebabs out of.
There you go. We'll go with that. None of them were spotted, though, so that's good.
I have never killed anything with spots.
I know. That's what I said. They weren't spotted, so that's good.
I have never killed anything with spots. As I'm looking at the YouTube GoPro and the Tiki-Taki, I have never killed anything with spots. And everything I have killed has dropped.
Yep. That's right.
And I have never killed anything with spots.
I said you didn't.
Accurate.
That's a good thing. So.
Accurate. However, if I can get out with an axis deer.
Right.
In the Texarkana, I don't know, it might just be Texas. I don't know what's up in the Arkansas. But
yeah.
Do they have them there?
I don't know. I have to see. We'll have to start hunting everywhere.
I'm all about it.
Me too.
Elk hunt. They were supposed to email you in Colorado. That is, I remember talking to this person, and I was under the assumption that when he goes elk hunting every year, I was under the assumption that I was invited until another provider messaged me and said, hey, remember this person? He was wondering if your husband was still interested. And I was like, huh?
Yes, he is.
Yep. Here's his email.
So funny.
But I think, too, even though we're in Alabama, we got our backwoods Bama boys, and we're in the South where everybody just assumes, we eat steak with a side of bacon and a side of mashed potatoes with a cup of butter. And then we keep our knives, like we cut our food with our pocket knives, and then our guns are our forks. There's still it's not a stigma, but I'm a woman. Why would I want to go?
Right. Well, we'll change that.
Yeah.
We start getting some pictures of you with some elk. People start, hey, you want to go? No, you can do it.
Is your husband still interested in elk hunting?
Yeah.
Yep. Sure enough.
Well, I think that'll do us for this episode. Guys, we appreciate y'all listening in this time. Again, this was another kind of shotgun blast episode. If you've listened to the previous ones,
yeah, I just kind of want to give an update about, it's the end of deer season. Yeah. Throw that in there, the truck. But I also want to give a shout out for the Tiki Talkie, the Davis family, or Davis Family Outdoors. I think they're based out in Oklahoma. And I don't know a ton about them, but they are somebody that I'm hoping to get more information about.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe be able to get them on the phone.
Yeah,
be able to bring on and connect with, because that, we're all about boosting anything and everything as far as it comes to the outdoors, but especially if it involves family or women, just in my opinion, because we're a minority.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's still dad and son, and sometimes daughters and wives, sisters are left out. So, anyway, that was a long, also off-topic tangent, but I just wanted to make sure I mentioned them. And yeah, thank y'all for joining again. And lift up a prayer for Jolene, because I'm pretty sure she's lost all her innards.
Probably so. But
God love it.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate y'all. Check us out. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Give us some likes. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.
That is some editing for you.